Continue with the explanation. In the part here, the decision variables are placed that is x, y, and z. And here in the yellow part will be the resolution of the decision variables. In the wall parts, what a completion in the object function is a place for each variables, that is for x it is 2, for y it is 3, and z it is 5. Having the complete there with which is to find the values from x to z using solver. In the case 1 is placed for one, use an example to use its new the will change has we solved the exercise. The object function is placed in the parts which is performed and calculation, that is function that is on the left hand side. The discrete sink and the sum product function are the place at the values from the x and z are multiplied by the values and combination each variables new if in the closed parentheses. At the moment, the object function results then, but will change when it is maximized.
Now in this part the constraints are placed, in this case constraint 1. And there complete with data from the small table. For x it's 3, for y is 4, and for z is 2. In the part underlined in yellow, in the table that it's being worked on, the bubbles that come out in the each restriction of each function will go. In the last column, the number greater than or equal to 35 that appears in the first restriction is placed. Then we move on to the second constraint. For x it's 1, for y it's 2, and for z it's 4, and in the same way the bubble lets that or equal to 65 in place. The next restriction is the 3. The values are for x it's 0, for y it's 2, for z it's 3, and the 30 is placed in the last column. Finally, the data of the restriction for its placed where the value for x is 0, for y it's 1, and for z it's 0, and the limit of 10. Once the data is obtained, we are going to use function to find the result. First we put the equal signs, then we read the function sum product. We take the values of the constraint variables and multiply them with the variable of x, y, and z. It's important to see the values, and after that, the formula is dragged.
Well, once the model is complete, you have to click on the solve function in the small box at the top of the program itself in this part. And then a small box will appear where we will place the necessary data. In this case, we have the problem with the answers, but we need to change everything to again. In the first part, the cell of the objective function is placed. We select this number and we click in the maximus solution because it's what are we looking for. In the next part, the decision variables that I place, it is the value that we choose. In this part. In the restrictions, we will resolve one by one. We click in add and choose this number with the corresponding sign. In this case, is this part, and the restriction, the limitation, that is the number, and then click in add. For the restriction number 2, we put the value that is in the yellow cell and put the corresponding sign, that is this. In this case is less than or equal to, and the limitation, that is this number, and the click in add. For the restriction number 3, we do exactly the same thing. In the first cell, we select the value that is in yellow, put the designate sign, that is this, and choose the limited, and the click in add. For The last restriction, we take the same values. We choose the number 9, and in this case is the sign equal, so we choose this sign, and the restriction is number 10. Now we have to add 2 conditions for the 3 variables, so we choose these variables and we select the sign, that is in this case is equal, and the number 0. We'll click in accept. And for the second condition, we do the same. Select the variables and the corresponding sign, that is this part, and we click in accept. Okay, so the last thing that I will have to do, we select this model Simplex LP, and we click on accept.